Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Connor Buckley and this is the Anxiety and Depression Vlogs episode 28, and today we're going to look at part 2 of meditation. Now, meditation I've gone over in, I think, the 3rd to 5th, somewhere in there, episode of the Anxiety and Depression Vlogs. But today I want to talk about part 2, which is more of not necessarily a how-to only, but as well as knocking out some of the myths that are associated with meditation, as well as some of the benefits and the side effects that you receive from meditating consistently on a daily basis. A guy by the name of Jay Shetty, who used to be a monk for 3 years, basically came back to United States to tell his story and to teach his practices of what he learned during his time of being a monk. Now, what he said was meditation is a lot like eating. Everyone needs to eat, but you don't notice that you're hungry until you're starving. And when you do eat, when you finally do get that food in your system, you realize how nourishing it is to your body. And the same thing applies to meditation. When you're so caught up in the hectic life of paying bills, taking care of kids, maybe going to school, working a full-time job or a couple jobs if that, you're so focused on the stresses of your life that you forget to take time for yourself and make sure that your mind and your body are in sync with each other. And it's nourishing when you do meditate, and you don't realize how much you needed it until you realize how good you feel after you do meditate. Now, to knock out some of the myths of meditating, a lot of people have asked, like, how do you know you're progressing in your meditation? You know, a lot of people say, I've meditated for X amount of time, but I don't know if I'm seeing the results or if I'm getting better. And the truth is, there's not really a progressive timeline that you're gonna see, like, oh, it's not a benchmark of something that you can really map out and say, hey, okay, I hit this, I'm getting better. It's not really like that. And majority of the time, other people are gonna notice it before you do about how your attitudes change, how your vibe is coming off as a person to other people. So it's really more of a consistency thing. It's like aging is what there was an interview with Jay Shetty and a girl by the name of, I'll leave the name right here, I kind of forgot right now, but she basically said meditation is a lot like aging. Like, you don't notice it from your day-to-day if you were to look at it at a day-to-day perspective, but over time you can see huge results. And the same thing goes with aging. You know, over a day-to-day period, you don't notice that you're aging, but over a period of 10 years, 20 years, you notice how much your body and your looks have changed based on the simple fact of aging. Same thing applies with meditation. If you are meditating every day, you might not notice the changes right away. It's going to take time, but a lot of people in today's society focus on instant gratification, and they want something now. They want something that's going to work right now for them, that's going to take the stress away. But what meditation does is it gives you a broader perspective of your life and your day-to-day life. Basically, when you go through your life, your day-to-day life, you're going at it with blinders without meditating. You are focused on stresses, like I said, the job, the kids, the school, whatever the stresses may be. You're so focused in on that you don't have time to see the perspective of life in general throughout that day. And when you meditate, it makes you take a step back from reality and see the bigger picture of the true meanings of life within your day-to-day life. And another thing that people always ask is, how do you keep motivated to do it consistently? Because a lot of people either try it for a day, a few days, maybe a week or a couple weeks, or maybe even a couple months, but they slowly fall out of it. And everyone goes in this pattern of up and down, and how to keep motivated, how to keep that consistency going with your meditation practice. You want to keep motivated and keep that consistency for meditation. You have to remember why you started in the first place. You have to remember, hey, when I do this, I feel great when I find in between those moments when you're meditating and your mind is wandering into all sorts of places, your to-do list for what you have to do that day, what your worries are. In between those moments, you have that little second or two or a minute or two of that calm where your mind is not thinking about anything and it's just relaxed. And those moments are what you should live for, is because you feel so calm and so peaceful that you don't want to get out of that state. And the more you meditate, the longer periods of time you can have of being in that state of total calmness. And I'm not saying when you meditate you have to clear your mind and not think about anything. That's impossible. We're human beings and our minds are always constantly going to go. But when you meditate and you think about that stuff, remember to bring it back to the breath. The breath is everything when it comes to meditating, and there's no right or wrong way to meditate. When you meditate, a lot of people think, am I doing it right? You can't do it wrong, trust me. When you meditate, there's so many different people that say you need to try transcendental meditation, you need to try breath meditation, you need to try mantra meditation, and there's so many different types of meditation. And I think that kind of confuses some people sometimes when there's so many people out there in today's society that say you should try this meditation or that meditation. And truthfully, there is no right or wrong way to meditate. The right way to meditate is the one that works for you, and that's going to take experimenting. And you can experiment with different things. Sometimes you can use a mantra. Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek and a bunch of other New York Times bestsellers, said that simply when he did transcendental meditation or meditation in general, he would focus on a mantra and he would simply say the 2-syllable nature, and he would say that in and out of his breath. So nature, and let out the breath, and he would keep on doing that for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. And what that does is it rewires your mind psychologically and physically to be in a better state, is what I'm saying. And so there's no right or wrong way to meditate, and the right meditation is what works for you. And so I encourage you guys, experiment. You don't have to be sitting cross-legged with your hands like this for hours on end to find any benefit from this. You can simply be sitting in a chair like I am right now with your hands at your side, closing your eyes, and simply just, and your mind is going to be wandering, but as long as you keep that constant flow of an easy breath in and out, that's going to calm you down, and that's going to keep your state at a peak state of mind. Another myth is also that where to meditate. Where do you find a good spot to meditate? And truthfully, the best place to meditate is the place that you actually do meditate in. So it doesn't matter where you do it. You can do it absolutely anywhere in different forms. There's walking meditation, sitting meditation, standing meditation, and you can even meditate while you're at your work for a minute or two. And it doesn't mean you have to close your eyes and just like, you don't have to do that to find a sense of calm within your day. You can simply just focus on, even while you're doing work, as long as you just take time, a minute, a second, to focus on your breath in and out, that's meditating. And like I said, there's no wrong way to do it. So regardless if you are in the most peaceful place in the world and you are set up and you are sitting right and you are saying your mantras, that is just as good as if you're at your work and you take a minute out of your day, or you're in the bathroom and you take a minute out of your day to just simply that is what's going to make the difference, is focusing on your breath, and that's going to give you that clear state of mind that you are looking for when you're trying to calm your mind throughout all the stresses that the day holds. I'm going to show you guys a little bit what it's like to meditate, give you a 2 to 3 minute guided meditation, not that long. But if you are watching this and you don't really know where to start, or you've never seen anyone actually in the habit of meditating and you've just seen people talk about it, I want to give you guys a real life example. So with that, we're gonna just take maybe a minute or two to meditate, and I'm gonna guide you through it and just tell you what I do to help me calm my mind.
So now we're going to begin our meditation routine. Find a comfortable position to sit in. You can either sit cross-legged or you can sit in a chair with your hands in your lap. Now what we're going to focus on is just for the first minute or so, breathe in and out in a consistent pace so that your mind and your body get in sync with each other. When you're doing this, it's important to remember that you are doing this for yourself, and you're supposed to take time for your mind and body to relax and to be in a state of calm. The only way to do this is to find a place that you're not going to get distracted by any outside noises or your friends, your children, your phone especially, and just sit there and start breathing in a consistent way, and you'll notice that your body will start to relax as well. Don't think about this too hard when you're doing it. Just remember that it's all in your breath, and if you do this for 5 to 10 minutes without any distractions, you will see a major difference in the way your mind and your body interact with each other, and you will find a state of total peace and calm.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you guys haven't seen the first meditation video, I'll pop it up right here and you can click the link and you can get a better understanding of what specifically transcendental meditation is. And you can also see my other videos, but I'll leave a link in the description below of the Jay Shetty interview that I was talking about, as well as some other cool meditation, guided meditations that you can listen to on YouTube that I listen to on a daily basis that help me get in the right frame of mind. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week.